A member of the board said there was only a slim chance of the merger succeeding.
A member of the board said there was only a slim chance of the merger succeeding. There was only a slim chance of the merger succeeding.
Both experts here give the whales a slim chance of survival.
All we have now is the slim chance of a job at my uncle's paint factory in Cleveland.
I know you know this, but after 72 hours, there's a slim chance that she's still alive.
Well, there's a certain chance that your ancestors were and you are. How do I put this?
There is a chance. It's a slim one.
Chances just went from none to swim.
Chances are very slim.
Well, their chances fall between slim and...
Chances were slim, and Drew knew that, so...
Where the chances of survival are slim to none.
Fat chance.
Fat chance.
Fat chance.
Fat chance, not with our mother.
Fat chance.
Ran into financial difficulties.
Well, that is where we run into difficulties, I'm afraid.
I ran into some technical difficulties.
Have we run into some difficulties with the Russians?
Into difficulties.
James did a lot of partying in his final year and ran into difficulties with his course.
Handling my own workloads, I was trusted to do that.
I think coming from college background and going straight into a job was difficult at the start. After a bit you get used to it.
You have to learn how to manage your work and study balance, which isn't a responsibility you expect apprentices to have. Handling my own workloads, I was trusted to do that.
I think coming from college background and going straight into a job was difficult at the start.
Did you go straight into a job? Now
years, I was made redundant, and I thought, with my CV, I thought I was going to walk straight into a job.
It also means that you could come out of school or college or university and walk straight into a job with a recognised qualification. It means that with some of the courses you can earn while you learn, and it also means that you could come out of school or college or university and walk straight into a job with a recognised qualification.
I was leaving university and walking straight into a media job that I really wanted. I've always wanted to go into broadcasting. The station planned to go live about a month after my graduation, and they'd offered me a guaranteed job with them, which was amazing. I was leaving university and walking straight into a media job that I really wanted.
When he left university, he walked straight into a job in an excellent company.
Sometimes it's smooth, sometimes you hit the...
The perfect score on the standardized test.
Everything seems to be hitting the rocks at the moment.
even though my marriage was happy and yours hit the rocks.
Hit the rocks, that's all. What are you gonna do?
His mother worried that, if their relationship hit the rocks, he would run into trouble at work too. Their relationship hit the rocks.
Their relationship hit the rocks.
No help if we run into trouble.
If you run into trouble, dial 9.
If you run into trouble, use her as a hostage.
Well, if, and it's a big if, because nothing's ever going to happen, but if we run into trouble, we'll just, use them to make sure they cooperate.
In case you run into trouble again.
I think my father ran into trouble somewhere between here and Santa Mira.
He ran into trouble, Colonel.
Ran into trouble with the authorities a few years back.
You run into trouble, walk the other way.
Don't blame me if you run into trouble.
Protect you if you run into trouble.
Buzz me if you run into any trouble.
And in case we run into trouble...
Run into trouble there, right?
No.
Run into some trouble.
Unless we run into trouble.
Run into trouble.
Mrs. Extall has an eye for detail, so ask her to check the report.
Can't imagine he has an eye for anything but numbers. You do, however, have an eye for a good shot.
Seems to have an eye for a good investment.